Can we settle this once and for all? MSG. It's one of the most feared ingredients in the world.
Get away from me!
I mean, just watch these.
Monosodium glutamate, or MSG.
I began to collapse.
The pain was just unbearable.
Can you eat MSG? No.
Like, people are really scared of it. And yet, it's also like a magical powder that instantly makes food taste so much better. Watch this. I have 2 exact same plates of food and I'll only sprinkle MSG on this one, on one of them. Let's go. My fiancée Sonia has no idea which one has MSG in it, so let me call her and test it out. Baby, can you come here for a second? I need you to try something for the video. We have a beautiful lady joining the shot and we have 2 meals. I need you to taste just a piece of them and tell me which one tastes better.
So they're not the same?
Well, who knows? We'll see.
Because they look identical.
They do, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm. And 2.
This one's nicer.
This one's nicer.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'm really torn. How can an ingredient that makes food better, that we find in so many everyday foods we eat, actually be bad for our health? Is MSG really as bad as we think, or is there a bigger story in all of this? To test this theory, I'm about to eat a full spoon of MSG, and by the end of this video I'll tell you exactly what effect it had on my body and how it made me feel. Let's go. Will I get a headache? Will I vomit? There's only one way to find out, and so I'm about to become your guinea pig, Night Fam. Okay, so first, let's look at what is MSG. Well, if we break down MSG, it's really just like a mixture of sodium plus glutamate. Kinda like a cute little marriage. Sodium, which we know is in salt, is already a main part of our diet, while glutamate is a very common amino acid naturally found in tomatoes, cheese and mushrooms. So really, if you think about it, it's already very common in our kitchen, in the organic foods. It was just extracted to replicate that rich flavor. What we call our 5th basic taste, umami. It's that really pleasant, savory taste that's quite hard to explain. But when you know, you know. You know? And ever since it got discovered in early 1900s, you will already find MSG being used in kitchens and commercial foods across the world. So really, how come MSG gets so demonized?
Run.
In fact, when I asked some of my teammates what they thought about it, here's what they had to say.
It's bad, right?
I don't know, I think it kills you.
Well, I heard it's unhealthy.
Bad stuff.
It gives you migraines.
What did I tell you? The PR for MSG is really bad. But then again, the more we dug deep, we discovered there is one big thing behind this bad MSG propaganda. This letter. Honestly, a slightly racist letter from like a male Karen in 1968. His name is Dr. Robert Holman Kwok, who pretty much was saying that he'd been getting different kinds of weird symptoms. Numbness at the back of the neck, weakness and palpitation, but especially when eating at Chinese restaurants. I mean, just for fun, let's count how many times he said the word Chinese in this letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times he said the word Chinese. Definitely unbiased. So yeah, as I was saying, that letter was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. And by next year, another scientific paper magically surfaces, warning that MSG caused burning sensations, facial pressure and chest pain. After that, it was actually named the Chinese Restaurant Syndrome in 1968. That's some crazy stuff. And so people were like, oh no, we gotta stop ordering at Chinese restaurants, we don't wanna die. not realizing that perhaps it was less to do with MSG itself and more with how they thought about Chinese food in general. You know, since a lot of Americans that time thought about Asian eating as exotic or dangerous. Also, because around this time was when Chinese workers were being hired in America for less pay, and when Chinese food was seen to be generally a poor man's meal. And thanks to the panic, biased science and sensationalist journalism, this negative, kinda racist idea that MSG is evil continued to spread. So much so that even some restaurants had to put a no MSG sign just to not scare away customers. I mean, it was wild back then.
Aji no whatever. Japanese.
Whatever.
It's get a close up. It's supposed to use it. You see, all those things you're supposed to.
Well, it's in Chinese. I can't read it.
What? The audacity, the caucasity, the hypocrisy.
First of all, MSG is delicious. Second of all, calling it Chinese restaurant syndrome is really ignorant.
Cause like, if you really think about it, a lot of the non-Chinese food that we eat every day has lots of MSG in it. Let me show you in the fridge behind. I'll take the camera. Yep. My fridge is empty. I need some editing magic. Yo, Afik, can you put the products around the table here? Like, place them nice and tidy. Glutamate is even in breast milk. And get this, our own bodies also produce glutamate because it helps in developing our brains.
This is me sprinkling a secret ingredient.
And not just that, we found out that because MSG increased the flavor of food, it will make you ditch the salt by up to 40%.
No way! Yes way!
And remember the previous studies saying MSG was bad? Well, they were quite poorly designed because they used unrealistic, biased dosages like 5 to 30 times more than a normal person would consume. Obviously, then that's not a good thing. And if this still doesn't convince you, just ask the big bosses of the food industry, who I don't know if they can be trusted.
Don't say that.
But here's what they say. The FDA, the World Health Organization, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, they all did their studies about this and they basically concluded, yes, they say MSG is safe.
If you sad in life, use MSG.
So now for the moment you've all been waiting for, and me not so much to be honest. I'm about to eat a full spoon of MSG, and by the end of this video I'll tell you exactly what effect it had on my body and how it made me feel. Let's go.
A few moments later.
So how are you feeling now?
Well, 30 minutes in, it's raining like crazy, but my stomach is steady, no problems yet. Let's check in 1 hour how I'm feeling.
1 hour later.
Okay, how about now?
It's 90 minutes so far and it's all good. This is just a regular toilet visit.
Wow.
I don't think there's any problems. It's all good. The myth is busted. So yeah, after all is said and done, after hours of research and filming and even being your guinea pig, we have officially found out that at some point in our lives we have all been a little racist without us knowing. The power of media. And to be very clear, this video is not to tell you to overdose on MSG. No, please don't eat a spoonful of MSG. I don't think it's good for you. I just did it so you don't have to. But now that you've heard the surprising racist truth behind the hate on MSG, I hope you start to think twice about your perceptions on things. Because there are certainly more toxic beliefs out there that are more bitter than the unfairly blamed innocent ingredient that actually makes your food taste a lot better. Wow, after all of this I feel inspired to go out and have some Chinese food. Thank you so much, Doyle, Yamini, Ramonette, Rubilita, and Bio for buying at honesty.global. We appreciate it.